After a short break, the stars of the ISCRO Junior Series have now headed overseas here to the Autodrome de Paris in France for our second speedway race of the year. Hello everyone, I am Rocket Knight, here to bring you live flag-to-flag action of the ISCRO Junior Series here on the Velocity Network. Things are starting to heat up in this championship fight. This short schedule is definitely going to bring championship tension all throughout the year. And this is about the halfway point. We're still in the second quarter. But yeah, now we're in the international portion of the schedule. Got this race and next race in Cariola, the 2 European rounds. And then we'll be heading to Argentina and Mexico later this year. Yeah, this is like I said, it's the second speedway on the schedule. Not as big as Chicagoland. That was basically our super speedway of the season. Though for a lot of these young drivers, every one of these types of tracks is a super speedway. It's certainly a big challenge and something that a lot of the Junior Series drivers need to get a hang of if they want to succeed in the upper levels of ISCRO. Since it's been a while, let's give you a quick refresher on the point standings. Right now, Haley Takoto leads the standings. So she leads the championship right now. She's been very consistent, finished top 10 every race so far this season, and she'll be looking to keep that momentum going once again as she starts 7th here today. Brandon Barnes, her teammate, has been a significant rival in the championship. He's currently 2nd in the standings, 8 points behind her. And he's finished top 5 the last 3 races, but if he wants to do that again, he's got a bit of a challenge in front of him as he did not qualify that well here. Colton Treslin, the highest of the full frontal next-gen drivers, is 3rd in the points, 16 behind. He's had some great race pace this year, however his qualifying has left something to be desired. If he wants to win a championship, that's something he needs to work on. But we'll see what he can do here today, especially since if you have a good car, you can, qualifying definitely does not matter quite as much on these tracks. You can make some good progress here on the big open tracks if you start in the back. Emily Alamund, 4th in the standings, your current Rookie of the Year leader. She's had a very impressive campaign so far, though last week was a bit of a reality check. We'll see if she can bounce back, and I know she'll want to, because this is her home race here in France. And then 5th in the standings is Austin Rogers. He's been incredibly quick so far this season, however his consistency has been lacking. A win today could certainly bring his momentum going in the right direction. Speaking of bringing the momentum in, last time out, Brett Moma won in Nazareth, and he had a terrible season up to this point. He had not even finished in the top 10 yet, up until Nazareth, where he won the race, and with that big momentum swing, I'd watch out, especially since speedways are where MoMA shines the most. Well, anyway, let's get to, now with the pre-race out of the way there, let's get down to the track for your starting lineup, where we have a major surprise on pole. It is Yoshiko Sakamoto for Full Frontal Next Gen. She's had a pretty poor season, comes in this race 21st in the standings. However, momentum swings very quickly in the Junior Series, as it showed last year. Maybe this could be a breakout day for Sakamoto. She could surprise everyone, just like Keith Stevens did here in the PLS 1 year ago. On her outside is Brandon Morris. Definitely a force to be reckoned with on these speedways. He won on the first speedway race this year at Chicagoland, and he'll be looking to get another one in. And here's the aforementioned Brett Moma on the inside of row 2. Always a contender. Always a contender on the big tracks, and with momentum finally swinging his way and a good qualifying run on a track like this, watch out for his 47. He might be the favorite today. Anthony Moore starts on his outside, and he desperately needs a good race. He comes in a race 22nd in the points. We'll see what he can do. Austin Rogers and Emily Alamund make up row 3. Couple of our title contenders right now. Could one of them swing the championship in their favor? Well, we'll see. It'll probably depend on where this driver finishes. Haley Takoto, starting on the inside of row 4. She's just been incredibly consistent. She won the opener for her first career win, and ever since then, she's just been incredibly consistent, doing exactly what she needs to do, and she's in a good spot here once again. On her outside, hometown hero and the defending Paris winner, Axel Paulin. trying to get his season on track. It's been a rough go of things for Mazda Speed so far, and we'll see if they can swing things their way. Then right your top 10, we have Ryan Reed coming this race 6th in the standings, looking to become a title contender and also potentially take the Rookie of the Year lead away from Alamund. He's been a little inconsistent, but very fast. Then on his outside, and right your top 10, it is the Mercedes of Nonagon Scott. He started the season out pretty well, but the last couple of weeks have not been so good for him. And we'll see what happens. We're definitely closer to his home country now that we're in the European rounds. So we'll definitely keep an eye on him. Engines have fired. Here is the rest of the starting lineup on your screen. Definitely one of the notables in the back, I would say, is Mitchell Carter, but also Carla Violet. Those are a couple of drivers who really know how to get around these speedways, so I'm definitely expecting those two to charge their way through. We're definitely gonna see a lot of shuffling on this track. It is very grippy, but it doesn't feel as wide as it actually is, because this is not a multi-groove racetrack. Like that, there is a lot of grip on this surface, but it's deceptive. You really do not want to get up high on this track, especially not in turns 3 and 4. 3 and 4 can get very nasty. You get up into those marbles, and you're basically getting sucked into the wall. And keep in mind, this will be a challenging track for these drivers to figure out. Well, Yoshiko Sakamoto in a bit of an unfamiliar position. She's unfamiliar territory here from the pole position. We'll see what she can do with it, as she'll be leading us down for 40 laps of racing. Brandon Morris on her outside, Brett Moma, Amphi Moore Road 2, pace car in. We'll be rolling it into the restart zone as we get ready to go racing here today. And we're underway. Green is out and we're rocking in France. Looks like Austin Rogers spun the tires on the start. He really bogged down. That's going to allow Amphi Moore to slot in. Or at least I thought. He's really slow filling that hole, and it's going to cost him. We're 3 wide already. Meanwhile, Brett Moma with a great start already underneath the 40, and we already have a car in the wall. That's the nature of this track. Coming to bite Colton Treslin. That's a big one. Oh, Whitefield lost the car there. Almost caused a massive accident. Luckily, we are still going green. There was no wreck. Might have to take a look at that later. But Brett Moma had a fantastic start and is immediately out in front. Sakamoto holding on to P2 for now. Amphi Moore did eventually get that spot. However, he was still very slow to fill that hole, and it could have cost him dearly. He's okay for now, though. P3. Alamund and Paulin, the two hometown heroes there in P4 and P5. Good starts for them. Morris, not so much. You really do not want to be on the outside on the start, because once we're up to speed, it certainly, you can feel a bit more multi-groove, as it's hard to get the inside working around this entire track. Paulin getting very close to Alamund. It can be hard to get the whole groove working there on the bottom once you're up to speed. We may see a demonstration here. Yeah, Barnes not going to be able to get the run on Ryan Reed. It is, but on the start, it can be a bit of a bottom feeder, so starting the outside can be a bit rough. And, oh, that's not what Barnes needed. Gonna get a challenge from Cody Goforth for position. We'll see if we can hold him off here. Where is Barnes running right now? I think he's in P12. He needs to work his way up, because his championship rival... Oh, actually, where is... Actually, wait, no. Where is Takoto? I missed her. Oh, wait, never mind. I think she's blowing in the background of the ISCRO logo. Yeah, she is 6th. Make that 5th as she goes by Alamund. So, Barnes, he has some work to do if he wants to gain ground the championship. Takoto has just been so hard to beat. She hasn't necessarily had the raw pace from week to week, but she is just infallibly consistent. It's been definitely very impressive. Brandon Morris, however, does have the raw speed. Alamund got forced up into the wall there. managed to keep it off. That wall can really suck you in and basically be a magnet. But she managed to keep off of it. Brandon Morris up to P5. He's had a lot of speed in that car. Though I said what I said, Takoto actually has the fastest lap so far. Morris, of course, though, the second fastest. No surprise to see him so quick. Axel Paulin, though, he is working his way through the field very quickly, like a knife through butter. Already up to second. He seems to be very good on this track, and I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised since this is his home track. Maybe he's got some practice here, or maybe it's just that home crowd vibes. Either way, he very much likes it here. Very good on this track. And he could be looking. This is one of the few races where we have a defending winner, since so many of them were won by Kenny Moma last year. And Paulin definitely working hard to see if he can actually defend that victory. But Yoshiko Sakamoto, credit where credit is due. She's not dropped off. She's holding her own. And like I said earlier in the program, this could be a breakout race for her. A la Keith Stevens in PLS last year, where he pulled off a shocking upset victory. Like that could be Sakamoto today, or at least just a good run to get her season on track. Because yeah, it's been a rough go of things so far for her, but yeah, we'll see. Speaking of a rough go, no one's had a rougher go at it than Dale Cole Jr. He's still in the single-digit points. He's scored 9 points on the year, but he's running very solidly right now. Perhaps this could be the day that he finally gets a good result. It would be much needed for the driver of the number 3. Barnes still trying to get by Alamund. He just does not... I don't know if Barnes has the car today. He just does not seem that strong on the bottom. Granted, he's not running terribly. He's working his way into the top 10. That's the move for P10 right there. But it does look like he's struggling a little bit to make overtakes. His progress has been slow, but it is happening. Oh, Carla Violet really getting out of line there. Had to back out of it to keep it going. Tristan Faulkner and Marcel Page, neither of these two really have a handle on these big tracks. Faulkner's struggled on the big tracks just in general in his junior series career, and it seems today is no different. They're gonna need some things to happen to get on track, I think. Alamund and Rogers have definitely fallen off a little bit. Reed was all over Dale Cole Jr. Oh, we got a battle at the front. Sakamoto and Moore are both... They're the closest anyone's been to MoMA so far today, but neither of them can move, mainly because Moore's battling for P2. Anthony Moore basically trying to rejuvenate his career. It's unknown if he's going to be retained by the MWR Junior team next year, so a good day could be paramount to getting him a ride. Of course, he hasn't actually had that much time left in the series. I think he's 24 years old, which means next year, when he turns 25... Oh, I see 3 wide from Ryan Reed there, or at least an attempt. Reed's been very aggressive. He's been working through very aggressively. But, yeah, the general rule is the maximum age you can be to compete in the junior series is age 25. So, that's a very important thing to note. Oh, Barnes gonna try the outside on Nog on Scott. And it looks like he's gonna make that work. Scott really struggling on the bottom right now. Basically bogged down that entire inside line because he had to check up. And that is currently P9 for Barnes. Oh, Takoto up in the marbles! That's big. That's gonna allow Barnes to close up to her. And we may start... If he can make the move, we'll see a championship point swing in the favor of the 87. Oh, they're going to be side by side. It's going to be 3 wide as Cody Goforth jumps on the both of them. Oh, Takoto's in the wall! Haley Takoto in the wall! Oh, and she's stuck to it. She is glued to that wall. That is huge. Oh, Takoto's not going to be happy. Or she's going to be kicking herself for that. Massive mistake, and that may have just ruined her race, because I see a major dent on the side of that 68. Meanwhile, Barnes is not... Barnes falling off now, too. I think he just lost. He's about to lose 3 spots all at once. Things are looking great, and then all of a sudden he's in 11th. Not what he was probably wanting to see. Oh, got battle for the lead. Anthony Moore trying to make the move on MoMA. But Sakamoto's gonna force it for the middle. Through Moore, underneath MoMA. Trying to make it work for the lead. MoMA's had a fantastic card, but it looks like it's not immune being challenged. Sakamoto is glued to the bottom! And she's back to the lead! Fantastic move for car number 40. Like I said, once you're at the speed, it is tough to make a move on the bottom in turns 1 and 2. That bottom's not that great. You need to be really hooked down there, either with a good car or just a good entry. And Sakamoto had both of those. But MoMA gonna be able to make it work right back. So as soon as Sakamoto gets the lead, she's lost it. Brett MoMA is a fierce competitor. It's definitely someone that's difficult. Definitely someone difficult to beat. Oh, we got some major... You can see just how detrimental it is to hitting the wall, because Colton Treslin at the wall in the start, and he is in dead last, and Dakota's dropping like a rock. That is not great. Meanwhile, Barnes not closing in on these guys. He's actually let Nagon Scott close up to his bumper. So, like I expected, it does not seem like Barnes has the card today. And maybe up to Anthony Moore to give Maverick a result they're happy with. Meanwhile, the Roush Racing Development cars on the move. Like Morris and Reed running nose to tail, just drafting each other. They're working together well at the moment. And Morris gonna try to make it work underneath the 40. Oh, Reed got a little out of the groove there. But Morris is side by side. Can he hold the bottom here? Looks like it. And that'll be Morris up to P3. He's like, watch out for this guy. I think once he's in clean air, he may be able to just start catching these top 2. Anthony Moore, oh, he looked, but he had to back out of it. Got tight. And that might actually open the door for Morris. Morris is gonna go for it here. Oh, no, he backed out. Didn't think he could make it work. Alright, well, we are now past the halfway point of this race here. Race going by pretty quickly. We're gonna be 15 laps to go this time. And most of those laps have been led by that number 47 of Brett MoMA. It looks like momentum back on his side. That Nazareth win really kicked everything into gear. And it's looking even better for him, considering I'm trying to think who's probably the best situation here in the championship. I mean, nobody's really out of it right now, considering how early in the season it is. So I almost want to say someone like Brandon Morris. However, we're talking like the top 5, top 6. It'd be Ryan Reed. He's leading out of the top 6 in the championship. And he might try to make an outside move on Cole here. Barnes just try and get into the top 10. Oh, Takoto and Treslin have actually fallen off the pace. Oh, I saw someone going up in the marbles. Oh, that's Sakamoto playing it real risky. 3 wide here. That's Ryan Reed forcing his way through the middle. Oh, we may have more 3 wide. No, GoForce not going to force that one. Ryan Reed trying to make the move. More. He's going to get it on MoMA. And here comes Morris. We missed that, but Anthony Moore is now leading the race, and he's might get up to pull away. Maybe not. MoMA holds off Morris here. gets a good run off, and we're see if we can chase him back down. Paulin up high. He's gonna let Ryan Reed in. All right, well here's a replay here. He started that move on lap 28. Forced it down low. Just was able to hold it this time, and he just cuts off the 47 there. Aggressive move. It forced the 47 to check up a little bit, which allowed Morris in, but Morris couldn't get it done. But yeah, great move by Anthony Moore, really trying to prove the doubters wrong today, and perhaps he could with his first career win. And as we go back to live, approaching 10 laps to go, it looks like Barnes has made the move on Austin Rogers, so he's back in the top 10. This is very good. Dakota's completely fallen off the pace. She's running last. Like, as I said, hitting the wall is detriment. Major detriment, because, like, that screws up your aerodynamics. And on a track like this, that's basically a death sentence. And Dakota's going to be kicking herself for this, because after being so consistent for the first quarter of the year, this is going to be a massive setback. It will, without a doubt, cost her the point lead if Barnes stays where he is. I think Barnes is set to take the point lead, and you'd have a pretty solid gap considering third in points is also back there with Dakota. But anyway, we have less than 10 laps to go now. It may be for Moore and MoMA. MoMA just trying to chase the 83 back down. 2 wins in a row would be huge for Brett MoMA. Really establish himself as the title threat that we expected in the preseason. Meanwhile, the Fords going to war here. They're going to blows, trying to fight for P3. Don't know if that's the call. Don't think that's the right call here. I think they work together to try and close in. But no, Ryan Reed, he wants P3, and I suppose he is the highest of the Fords in the championship race, so those points can matter. Brett MoMA runs off the corner there. 7 laps to go this time. Can MoMA get the run? Looks like he's gonna hold it. That's gonna hold. And he'll probably get the lead again here. Oh, maybe not. Side by side. He's got the finish to move in free. Oh, he's got the drafting help now, though. And he's back to the front, but Brandon Morris, he brought Morris with him. 6 laps to go this time. Can Morris make that move stick? Looks like it. And I think he's going to bring Reed with him. So the 2 best speedway bringers in the field are now running first and second with 5 to go. This could get very interesting here. This could get very interesting. 5 laps to go. MoMA and Morris 1 and 2. Ryan Reed, Morris's teammate, right behind him, but I don't think he's willing to work together. Reed's been trying to race Morris for the past few laps. Meanwhile, the hometown hero, Axel Paulin, inching his way forward, trying to make the move on Moore, who started the fade. Dale Cole Jr. still holding on here in P6. A fantastic showing for the Chevrolet driver. Yoshiko Sakamoto still hanging on in 7th. Got Goforth here, Alama and Barnes. They're back there in the top 10. Paulin still fighting with Moore. They're falling off. Morris trying to make the move. Can't make it this time. Yeah, Moore's really starting to fade. Almost hits the wall. Way up in the marbles. That's Moore done. But Morris, he came in clutch at Chicagoland as well with a last lap pass. Could he be looking to do the same here? 3 laps to go. He's got the look. He's looking underneath. He had a good run. They're going to be side by side the 3. Can MoMA get the run he needs? Oh, he's way up high. That's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. Morris is through. Is MoMA trying on the outside? He is. 2 to go. Can MoMA make that work on the high side? I don't know. No, he's not. Just can't get it. Reed's got the grip. And in the end, I think Morris's teammate might save the day for Morris. Yes, Reed's got the car. He's not going to let MoMA in. I think that's all she wrote. White flag in the air. Brandon Morris, shown some incredible speed. Bit of a messy first few rounds. Chicago was a turning point though. And it looks like today, Morris finished second here last season, and today he gets redemption for that. Pollen's in the wall, right at the end, but it doesn't matter here at the foul corner. Brandon Morris gets a statement win here today in Paris. Brandon Morris, well, he was looking to establish his presence as a title contender, and I think with this win here today, he has definitely done so. First driver to get 2 wins on the year, and his presence has definitely been established with a fantastic drive. He's certainly shown himself as the best Speedway driver on the grid, as so far he has swept both the Speedway races. Outstanding job for car number 9. So, congratulations to Brandon Morris on his second win of the year, and 2 out of 2 on the Speedways so far this season. He's certainly making himself a force to be reckoned with in this championship. His teammate Ryan Reed makes it a Roush Racing Development 1-2, an amazing day for the rookie and for the team as a whole. Brent Moma, he's going to be disappointed he didn't win that race, considering he led most of it, but a third place, gonna give him a ton of momentum in the championship. Anthony Moore also disappointed. He is in position to potentially win, but comes home 4th. Cody Goforth, though, P5. That's the first top 5 for Mazda Speed as a whole this year. I think he's gonna be very pleased with that. Meanwhile, Dale Cole Jr. finally gets a good day, finishing P6. Good job for him. Yoshiko Sakamoto comes home 7th. Good day for her. Axel Paulin, after hitting the wall, drops to P6. Emily Allemund finishes 9th, and Brandon Barnes rounds out your top 10. I think he was looking for a little more, but with that result, Barnes will take the point lead over Haley Takoto. Morris, with his win, moves up to P3 in the championship, now only 9 points off the lead, and he's in a freeway tie with Emily Allemund and Ryan Reed. Brett Moma's up to 6th, Austin Rogers drops to 7th, Colton Treslin moves down to P8, Marcel Page is 9th, and Mitchell Carter rounds out your top 10. Well, that was the exciting race here in Paris, and a clean one. Very, very nice to see, and I'm sure the fabricators appreciate that. But I think we'll certainly be seeing a bit more carnage next time around when we head to Finland, head to the forests of Finland to go racing at the famed Karjala Raceway. That's certainly going to be arguably one of the most challenging races for these drivers on the entire calendar. Maybe the most challenging, because Karjala is infamous for how difficult it is. Like, that track spits out even the most experienced of drivers. So, yeah, it'll be very exciting to watch the Junior Series drivers race there. But that will be it for today. Be sure to stick around next time. This has been a production of the Velocity Network. I have been Rocket Knight. I'll be signing off, and I will see y'all next time.